our spirit? What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to you every Monday morning to just bring awareness and help enlighten lives a little bit each week through spirit. Because really, when we listen, they have a lot to say. Good morning, Tim. Good morning. As always, we're going to talk for a little bit using the beautiful wisdom, the Wisdom of the Universe book from Neil Donald Walsh, because bringing awareness to Neil. And for our 5-card study, as we know, I highlight a different deck each week. This week is the Great Lakes Oracle Fresh Water Energy Everyday Treasures Edition. This is the lady who wrote this, Colleen Footit, is I'm exhausted, Tim. Colleen is amazing. I have had the privilege of meeting her a few times at different events, and she gave me this deck to share with you guys. She works so diligently at really bringing awareness to these, and I love that. I love that for her. So yes, if anybody knows, I have been at Missouri Paracon all weekend in Kansas City, Missouri. I think it shows Paracons are exhausting, but in such an amazing, awesome way, because you hit the wall, you hit there, from the minute you get there and you start to set your space up to the moment you leave. It is such a hugely high, beautiful vibration. It's amazing. It's amazing. And so many of my para peeps are there that I cannot even tell you and express to you how amazing these people are in my life. This weekend was Mike Ricksecker, beautiful author, TV host, traveler of the world, publisher, just everything. Richard Estep is there, best-selling author. Jeff Bellinger, best-selling author. Dave Schrader, such a dear, beautiful friend and host of a few different shows, Holzer Files. I can't think of all of them. He is Darkness Radio, Paranormal 360, Rockstar, awesome gentleman. Shane Pittman, such a genuine, amazing, and dear friend of mine. Kelly Hepla, who is Paraventure and the runner of Eloise House. Russ Acord, Amira, and Jeff of Expedition Bigfoot. Of course, my BFF Larry Eisler was there. Jesse from Moxie Malice is there. Jody and her husband of Survivor Angels. Kelly and Chris Nielsen of oh my God, Traveler's Moon. Just the list. It goes on and on and on and on. Sarah Lamos. Oh my God, I got to meet her and talk with her, and just, oh, she's yummy in every aspect. Rochelle. Oh my God, another one I got to meet and enjoy the company of, and just, wow, these people. Shauna, the handler of half the population. But it's nonstop. It's all weekend, and it's so awesome. And I love my metaphysical peeps. I can't even tell you how much I love them. But there's such a difference between my para and my metaphysical, and it's mind-blowing. And, it's awesome. It's awesome. And it's all I can say. But it's exhausting. It's exhausting. Lee, you made it. Love it. I love it. So I was waiting for you, Lee, to get started. So I was just talking about how amazing this last weekend was. And I always look forward to the next one. So I'm super excited. So what are we talking about today? Oh my God, lots of words. Maybe I need this. Good morning, Miss Rebecca. Good morning. These are the words, tons of words this today. Oh my gosh. And in my brain, it's not going to summarize. I'm just going to read it. And then we're going to go off on our wonderful tangent that we go off on every week. So what does Neil have to say today? It says there's only one of us. There are many of us. Kind of confusing, isn't it? We are all the same energy, compressed in different ways to create different forms and different matter. Your scientists are are already discovering that the building blocks of all life are the same. They brought back rocks from the moon and found the same stuff they found in trees. They take apart a tree and find the same stuff that they find in you. We are all the same stuff. There's only one being and it has only one soul, and there are many souls in the one being. While there is no actual separation between souls, it is true that the stuff of which the one soul is made manifests in a physical reality of different speeds, producing different degrees of density. All of life is a vibration and pure energy. That energy is vibrating constantly, always moving in waves. The waves vibrate at different speeds, producing different degrees of density or light. This in turn produces what you would call different effects in the physical world. Actually, different physical objects. Yet, while the objects are different and discrete, the energy which produces them is the exact same. Like the air in your house, the energy of life takes on different characteristics as it surrounds different physical objects. Indeed, that energy is a particular way to form those objects. As particles of energy join together to form physical matter, they become very concentrated, mashed up, pushed together. They begin to look like, even feel like distinct units. That is, they begin to seem separate, different from all the other energy. Yet this is the same energy behaving differently. It is this very act of behaving differently which makes it possible for that which is all to manifest as that which is many. The elements of energy, which in I can't say the word this morning. Anyway, come together into discrete units that held in physical beings are what you have chosen to call souls. Let's say this again. The elements of energy which come together into discrete units that held in physical beings are what you have chosen to call souls. The parts of me that have become the lot of you are what we are talking about. The great mystery, the eternal truth. There's only one of us, and so that I want to sneeze. Oh, sorry, guys. There is only one of us, and so it is that which you are. Wow, that all was a lot to talk about, and lots and lots and lots of words. And as it's going through, and I'm reading it, I am literally having a million talks in my head, a million ways that this is expressed in my life, whether it's through myself or through other people. It is always expressed. Saturday night, and what really brought me to the thought of this, oh, thank you, Miss Rebecca. What brought me to the think when I was reading this was we were talking to Greg Lawless at the event this week, and another beautiful human being. And he used to be a musician back in the day, and we were listening to a band called KCDC. Yes, it's an AC/DC knockoff, but they truly were amazing. And we were sitting there listening to the music, and he's like, you know what? I can play this. I used to play this. And I'm like, oh, really, Greg, you did? And he's like, yeah, it's 3 chords, the whole song, 3 chords. And then he went off to talk about how each song was 3 chords. And I sat there going, wow, I'm not a musician. I thought, wow, that's really unique. It's so amazing because, I've heard that before. So many songs are 2 chords or 3 chords or 5 chords. But it's the same chords to make up so many different melodies. And it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing because we sit there and we go back and we go, wait a second. Here we have so much diversity, yet it's 3 chords. And it's so amazing. So then I look at things a little deeper and I go, okay, what else? What else? We got the 3 chords, okay? Multiple songs coming from 3 chords. So what's the next big thing? Well, in my mind, I'm going, well, wait a second. I teach this. I teach about energy all the time. And that's how I get people to really start to open up to being able to do psychic or mediumship work. And as anybody knows, I'm a big believer and prover that everybody's psychic and everybody's a medium. Because quite frankly, we all talk to our own dead people. It just takes practice to talk to somebody else's. But people look at me and they're going, oh my God, DeEtte, how do you do what you do? And I'm like, it's energy. It's just energy. And they're like, yeah, but it's got to be a special talent or gift to read it. It's not. It's just understanding energy. And when I explain to people, we all learn about energy in ninth grade science. I mean, when you look at it, what are some of the basic fundamentals in that physical science class they teach you? One of the first things you learn about is the atom. It's broken up. It's got a nucleus, it's got a proton, it's got a neutron, it's an atom. That's it. Now, you could have more protons or more neutrons, and it's going to literally still be an atom. It's going to change what the structure of that atom is, but it's still an atom on some level. Now, they also go on, and you're like, okay, I can get this. I get this. Silver has a different makeup than mercury versus, copper. And okay, we get this. But then they go on and they kind of mind blow you. Why? Because they go, the air you breathe is really no different than the metal table that you're sitting at. And you go, yeah, quite a big difference. And they're like, no, it's energy. It's a difference of the molecular structure of the atom, how many there are, the density of it, which is the weight, and how fast they're moving. But it still comes down to the atom. Yeah, oh, exactly, Lee. It comes down to the atom. And they prove it to you because they will have you take a metal that is a solid and they put heat to it or fire. And you watch that solid become a liquid. And as you watch the steam come up and it dissipate, you watch that liquid become a steam. And it looks like it disappears, but it doesn't. We do it with water all the time. We want ice. We take water, a very fluid, liquid substance, and we put it in the refrigerator and it becomes a solid. And then we can take that solid out and put it in a glass and it becomes a liquid. And if you leave it in that glass long enough, it becomes a vapor because it just becomes more fluid. It becomes lighter. The molecules move faster and it goes into the air. It doesn't disappear. It just becomes something different. And it's totally mind-blowing. So when you look at that, and we explain to people that spirit is energy, information is energy. You are energy. You are no different than the air. You just have a few more things making up your atoms, and it just moves a little bit slower than the air you're breathing. And essentially, what a psychic medium does is we know how to feel that energy. We know how to discern the different vibrations of energy that are coming to make sense of it here, which becomes very beautiful. It becomes very fluid. So let's push it a little further. We've talked about now, different liquids and solids and people and the energy. Because when we take that and we push it even further and we go, we are all the same. Now we look at each other and we're like, clearly we have different skin tones. Clearly we have different sizes. Clearly we have different genders. We all have different facial hairs or body hairs or color hair. It's so diverse. But if we went through and took a sample of every person on earth with all the varieties and looked at them, we would all be Homo sapiens. We all are made of the same material. That's it. Some of us have more melanin in our skin to change a skin tone or less. Our DNA structure is vastly different because it does make up the difference of us, but the basic material is the same. It doesn't matter the color of my skin or the tone. I'm still bleeding red. We are still of the same structure. We still all have the same amount of bones, the same amount of muscles in the same location. We are built the same. And that comes for our souls. It's our souls. When we read, when I read, when other mediums read, each soul, we can feel it when we open up. And if you just basically open up initially, you feel 1,000 souls around you. So many. It's so beautiful to feel that sea of beings. They're all together. They're all one. And then when we come in to bring in an individual, think about a wall of water, a sea of souls, all being fluid together, all in union together. And when we call upon one, one comes from the water, one comes from that energy. And it stands with us just for a moment. It doesn't mean that it's not tied to all the other souls, because it is. But it's coming to say, I'm making you aware of my individual energy pattern for a moment. But yet I'm still all of them. Still all of them. And that is so beautiful when you sit back and you think about, because we all fight. We are all one in this world. We are all one. But yet when we get into this body, we fight to be an individual. We fight to be different. And sometimes the grandest wisdom. Good morning, Courtney. Good morning, Casey. Good morning, Keith. As we fight to become an individual and we grow old, we realize how beautifully together we are and how we are so much the same. And how that throughout a life that we were fighting for an independence from the rest, we found out that independence is what uniquely made us that part of that group, because we naturally come back together as a group. We all do. We all find our peeps. We all find that unity. And if we're blessed enough, we start to realize that unity is across the world. There's no separate from myself versus somebody else. So many people will ask me, DeEtte, do I need to be right there with you when you're doing a reading? And I go, no. It doesn't matter if I have you on phone, if I have you on Zoom, if I think about you and write it. Because that energy transcends the world. That energy transcends continents and universes, planets. There's no stopping it. And I know it's really hard for so many to go, but we're all individuals. Somebody in Russia is different from me. I can't feel them. I can't know them unless I call them up. And it's so not true. It's so not true. And every psychic, which is all of you too, prove that to ourselves every day. Because we do feel things. We can easily feel anybody in any part of the world because we're in constant communication with them. Think about when Ukraine and the wars that just happened not that long ago. And the world hurt. We hurt over it. We heard about the devastation and the loss and the pain. Now, I know we're going to have people out there that go, but DeEtte, I heard the news. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, the pain of that, the devastation of it. But truly, if you thought about it, if you read about it and you thought about it, and you could feel the wellness, the pain, the agony within you, so much of that is going to be, yes, your own thoughts and the rabbit hole your mind is going down. But so much more of it is because as you're reading it or you're hearing about it, you're listening about it, you're connected to the people that are there experiencing it, and you are feeling their pain. You're feeling their anguish. And it's hard to go, wait a second, whoa, that's so much bigger than me. But it's the truth. When we hear about those pains that other people are going through, and we say we empathize with them, it is this much empathy. And this much you are experiencing it with them because you are part of them. As much as you try to be an individual person, your soul is constantly in contact with the rest of the world. It doesn't go away. You cannot break that cycle. For anybody that has ever watched Star Trek, yeah, I'm taking it to TV. Let's right down to Lucille Ball, who produced it. Anybody that's watched it the progression of the show over the decades that it has played, it took them many, many, many years to get to the point of showing a cyborg. For anybody that doesn't know what a cyborg is, and it sounds really weird, it is a collective of people that have been basically farmed from planets to build a new community of space travelers. They're part human, part machine. But they literally built a community where they are in constant communication with everybody else in the community, not just on that ship, but all ships. A constant song of voices that they hear because they are all one. Now, with as amazing as that sounds, they messed up. Star Trek had a beautiful opportunity to bring in the truth. The truth was the community of cyborgs. That was the truth. A population coming together that is constant communication, constant listening. The lie of it was that they made that sound as if it was a bad thing. How they became one bad thing, yes. Never once did they say, did anybody say in the show, that it was noisy, that it was burdensome. Matter of fact, what was expressed is that when somebody was pulled out of the collective, they felt sad and lonely because they didn't have that connection to a whole, to their brothers, to their sisters, to their community. And the show expressed that the Borg were jerks, clearly, because they were going in and they weren't asking people, do you want to join? They were forcing people. They would assimilate them. So yeah, that's the bad portion of it. It really is. But when every time they sat there and tried to explain that the Borg were bad, it was because people were meant to be individuals, and to force them into a community like that was just wrong. So where Star Trek got it wrong was that, guess what? We were all one to begin with. We're all one. Having individual experiences that when we come back together, we all get to share with others. And really, that's how we are. That's how we walk on this earth. We've just learned how to tune out all the other voices. We've learned how to say, I don't want to hear that. That's not none of my business. I'm going to be an individual over here pounding in my own corner. I'd rather fight against you to be better than you than to join you and build But I'll tell you, when a community comes together, the voices are beautiful. And I proved that over this last weekend. I've been proving it over the last months. And I've done it with social media. Forced into it, but did it. I'd found that before I was hacked and lost my account, that I was constantly on Facebook and didn't realize I was, but it was my community. It was my place. It was my song to the rest of the universe, hearing it all the time. And when I was kicked off and I didn't have that, I was lonely. I missed everybody so desperately. And I thought to myself, this is a bad thing that I had an addiction. Oh boy, Facebook was my addiction and whatnot. And it, rightly so. But it also was like cutting off an arm, because I lost my community. I lost my friends. I was cut off from all those people that I dearly love. And in time, I got used to being the individual. In time, over a few months, I was resolved to go, it's okay. I was able to slowly pull back and then connect in a different way. And go, they're still there. They're still there. But the voices in the mind were not as loud because I wasn't seeing them every day. And now that I'm on Facebook again under a pseudonym, I'd only accepted a couple of people as friends, and one of those posts a lot. And even though I was so happy to see the post of the one person all the time, it wasn't enough. Matter of fact, it became too much noise because it was only one voice. And it became loud and deafening because it was one voice and not many voices. So over this weekend, I think my Facebook is up to, I don't know, 15, 16 friends. But multiple of those post a lot, so I get a lot of voices. And my heart's happier because I feel like I'm connected, like cyborg connected into the populace. And even though I know this time around, I will keep Facebook in its lane. I recognize when I need the voices of many, that's where I go. When I need that connection, to know that I am not alone, my soul is not alone in this world, that's a representation of my connection. And it allows me to become part of that community again so that I know I'm not alone. But every day I have to remind myself that I don't need an app for that connection, that I am constantly connected to everybody throughout the world, throughout the universe, the multi-universes, all the time. That connection is never gone. At any moment, I could take a breath and feel and just feel out and feel it all of it, because we are all one. That includes the trees. That includes the crystals. That includes the animals. Includes the land, the air you breathe, the volcano that's bursting, the earthquake that's about to happen. We are all one because really at the end of the day, we all come down to being an atom in body and a soul in the heart. So the next time you're feeling a little bit lonely, reach out with your mind, reach out with your heart, reach out with your breath, and realize you are not alone. We are all together and we're all in this together. All of us that are in the body and all of us that are not. So reach out. We're here. With that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick station break, and we come back, we're going to do our 5-card stud. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit. See you in a few minutes.
Explore your path to higher consciousness with Kelly Wagner. Meet Kelly Wagner, a visionary founding member of the Community for Higher Consciousness, ready to illuminate your way and empower you to live your best life. With her unique set of tools as a knower and seer, Kelly goes beyond surface-level problems, uncovering the why behind your challenges. She fearlessly asks the questions that lead to the ultimate truth. Kelly's insatiable tenacity ensures that you receive top-notch creative solutions. Brace yourself for a journey of self-discovery and empowerment as Kelly taps into her innate gifts, guiding you toward a life of fulfillment and purpose. As a psychic medium Reiki practitioner, co-host of the Being Curious Show, publisher of Edge Magazine, and master connector, Kelly's transformative approach creates win-win partnerships here, there, and everywhere. Let Kelly ignite your potential. Contact Kelly at edgemagazine.net and step towards a life aligned with higher consciousness. Discover more at you'vegotkelly.com. Discover Strains of the Earth, your go-to destination for all things holistic. This family-owned dispensary in Jordan and Carver offers a curated collection of high-quality CBD products such as topicals, tinctures, and more. Their knowledgeable staff members can guide you with expert recommendations and responsible usage tips. Explore the selection at strainsoftheearth.com and enjoy convenient delivery right to your home. Strains of the Earth, saving the world with cannabis.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Jan on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network, coming to us now with the Great Lakes Oracle Freshwater Energy Cards. Again, these are written and produced and created by Colleen Footit, which is amazing, and illustrated by Sarah Palmer. Ooh, pretty. Just pretty. I've never opened one of her boxes. I hadn't opened it yet. Oh my God, guys, look at how gorgeous that is. What a little gift. Doesn't it? I mean, it's like a little gift. I love this. I love this. So pretty. Okay. I'm going to take the gift paper and put it down there. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. What a beautiful little gift, though. Oh, wow. Art should be a gift. I love that, how she did that. What a beautiful surprise. So here is the amazing book. A nice little book. Nothing too heavy. Nothing too big. Coming in. Colored full-size pictures. We know how I love this. We know how I love those colored full-size pictures, so that you can just throw it in your purse and go, or your back pocket. Each card has got a page, a picture. It's got what the meaning of the card is, and a nice affirmation to go with it. I love this. I love this. It's also got, let me see the front of it, the acknowledgments, which I love. A table of contents, always nice. The dream, the idea of these cards are a gift straight from my dreams in the universe. I love that. So it's a little bit about that, the introduction, different layouts you can do. So it's nice. It just kind of says, hey, here you go. And I know I spoke to her personally about this, and I was like, was it hard to create this? She goes, no, I sat down and boop, there it was. Like it showed to her, and it was quite beautiful how that happened. I love that. A nice little seal on this. I also love that. Wow, it's really beautiful. Nice little seal. I don't want to break that. I don't want to break that this week. So I'm just going to take this off because, again, it's like a beautiful coin. It looks kind of like a Celtic type thing. Really just, wax sealed in there. So how gorgeous. Lots of thought into these, Colleen. Oh my gosh. I've never opened up one of her cards before. So I'm super excited. I'm stoked about these. I love this. Oh, you did get last week's cards. Oh, I love that, Lee. I love that. That's exactly why we do this. She is, Lee. I mean, anybody, you can see Colleen at Beyond the Veil Expos. You can see her at other expos. She's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love her. I love the cards. So let's get into them. Again, artwork. Gorgeous. Gorgeous artwork. Love this. So we're going to do some shuffling. Again, guys, 5 cards stud. How do we play it? How did I find out I was a medium? I mistaken upon it, if you really want to know. For myself, when I found out I was a medium, it was only, probably 2014. So 11 years ago is when I found out. I think with any medium, we just have, people that are supposed to be, this is what we're supposed to be doing. We have this life. We have this crazy life with lots of things in it, lots of experiences that really build up our library. Well, my life got to this point where I ran away. Like everything in life ended for me, and I ran away, and I ran to Hayward, Wisconsin, and I became a server at the original Famous Dave's. And when I showed up there, life was great to begin with. But the longer I was in the building, the longer I was with the masses of people. And I didn't realize I was, I knew I was a healer, but I did not realize how connected I was to everything. And my life really fell apart because I became angry and frustrated and happy and all these emotions I couldn't handle. And then the building burnt down and I didn't have a job. And it was crazy. And what happened was somebody on Facebook stated they were going to have a class, and I said it was free. I was like, I ain't got nothing better to do. Let's do this. And yeah, she was training us. I didn't know she was training us really what we were doing. I was just kind of following the suit. And one day we got online. She goes, okay, everybody's going to talk to a dead person. And I thought, oh, hell, this is when I sign off. But for whatever reason, she called my name and I was stunned. And I went, here it all is. And I didn't know where it came from. I didn't know. I was blown away and I kind of exited and my mouth opened. And here I was. I gave, I guess, a lot of accurate information on somebody's loved one. And I did it over and over and over again. And it blew me away. Although I will tell you what, it took over 3,000 free readings around the world to practice and hone my ability. Because at one point I did a lot of free readings, tons of them just to practice. And that it was. And then it formed into what do I do today? If you would have told me 11 years ago this would be my life, my career, I'd have laughed at you. But you know what? It's my life, it's my career, and I love every moment of it. I wouldn't change it for the world. So there you go. That's how I found out. That's how I kind of came upon it. And I'm still stunned. I'm still stunned every day that I do a reading and boom, it's there. Boom, it's there. I love that. So I love that, Rebecca. I love that. So 5 cards, Todd. How are we going to play this? We are going to pick 5 cards. I'm going to read about each card individually. I'm going to have to look up what like mushrooms mean and stuff like that. So we're going to use the books today, guys, because although I know what I get that feeling off the cards, like I say it when I read cards, generally I take the book and I throw the book away. But I'm thinking I really want to make sure I get what she is meaning by these cards. So we're going to peruse the book a little bit. So I'm going to pick 5 different cards, read each card individually, and then we're going to bring them together as a whole. So pick a number 1 through 5. That's what you're going to focus on this week. Beyond that, if you want more than 1 card, feel free. Pick as many as you want. This is for you. You can take 6 issues, write them on a piece of paper, and number them 1 through 6, and you're going to have a response for all of them. So it's perfect. It's perfect. So card number 1, the Northern Lights. God, it's like sitting on a Wisconsin, lake bed watching the Northern Lights. How gorgeous is that? How gorgeous. So that's card number 38. Let's see if that's on page 38 or not. It may not be. It may be. It is definitely numeral. The cards are in order. Pages do not correlate with the cards. So magnificent wonder, capabilities of the universe, not only found in the Finland and Norway, the Northern Lights go also illuminate the sky around the few of the lakes. Your life is being painted in the same way. The universe holds a magnitude of possibilities along your journey. Sometimes you can't see the painting when all around you seems so dark. If you stop and close your eyes, you will see that the same brushstrokes creating the Northern Lights are painting the most beautiful story in your own life. And this is really what I honestly believe it is. When you're looking at this card, you have a lot going on in your life, but you're feeling kind of alone. You're feeling kind of like, I don't know where to go. I don't know how to do this. I don't know where I'm going from. Now, the beauty about this is you can look up, you can see your life and go, wait a second, I see some things. I see a dark sky. I might see a little bit of coloring. You might be getting a little bit of answers, but you don't know where the rest are. But trust me, they're there. Because even with the Northern Lights, you can see so much through a naked eye. But when you put your phone camera up there and you just go click, boom, it all explodes. It all explodes. And it's quite beautiful. And that's what's going on with you. You're looking for answers. You're looking for your path. It is there. It is clear as can be. But sometimes you have to choose the viewfinder you're looking at. And sometimes you have to just kind of open up your mind to see more of it. Trust it's there. It's going to appear when you need it to appear. You're not by yourself, even though you kind of feel like you are right now. Card number 2 is the Anchor. Card number 2 is the Anchor. Okay, so what does she mean by the Anchor? Trust in the comfort that a good anchor will always hold you as you sway to the ever-changing moments of your life. And I am anchored in what makes me grow. Which is telling me trust that you have a foundation. Trust that you have a solid foundation. You may feel nervous, scared, frustrated, like, oh my God, can I do this? Do I have enough knowledge? Do I have enough experience? Can I do this? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Why? Because you are anchored. You've built your foundation. You feel like you're swaying, like you could fall over, but trust that the foundation is there. You've worked hard and you are ready to go. You're ready to go. Now you just have to allow yourself to sway with the movement and go forward in life. Card number 3 is logging. Logging. And logging is such a beautiful thing. Don't like the fact that they cut down trees, but I love it when they stack them, babies, because it's a powerful, beautiful vibration that's got to come together to make it happen. Look into the forest of your soul. Where can you clear and strip? Where can you cut back and where can you plant new growth? I will make room for new growth. And that's what card number 3 is. It's going, wait a second. I'm out of my comfort zone. I'm into something else. I know I can be more. But you've been feeling stuck lately. You've been feeling going, ugh. And what this is going, okay, where have I come? You're looking into yourself, into your soul, into your own being. And that's what card number 3 is about. Because really you're going, where else can I go? Where can I grow? What can I water to make bigger? What more can I do? It's not looking at the same thing going, I'm done, because you're never done, because you're still alive. So card number 3 is all about looking at yourself and going, you know what? It's time for me to grow again. But I have to look within to know which direction I want to go. What do I want to keep? What do I want to get rid of? And where do I want to go forward with? Trust. You got a lot left. Card number 4. Card number 4. Mackinac Bridge. The Mackinac Bridge. I've gone over this a few times. The Mackinac Bridge is the connections to the universe are all there for you to experience. And if you are flexible, bend and flow and look for connections. I am connected to what will make me grow. And that's a big one, because you're sitting there going, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that. Realizing that you are, again, not by yourself, that you are connected, that there is a flow, there's an ebb and flow, but sometimes you have to be able to do this. You have to flow with it. You have to move with it. You have to realize that nothing in front of you is going to be rigid. Nothing is in concrete. Okay? The only thing that's in concrete is that someday you're going to die. Everything else is an ebb and flow. Know that no matter what you do, the connections are there. The people are there. All you have to do is ask for it to show up. It's going to show up. You might have to sway with the movement, but you're going to be there. Card in 5, and the last card is the cherries. Okay. Last card is the cherries. Takes me longer to find these. These are easy cards to read. I love this. These little fruits remind us that the best things in life take patience, perseverance, and a heart for growth. I will persevere through all of my challenges. This is basically saying don't give up. If you pick card number 5, you are on the edge of just saying, I quit, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore. It's a waste of my time. Nothing's going to happen. And this card, if you pick card number 5, is like, don't give up. It's right there. The fruits are about to go poof and just be everywhere. It's staying the course, realizing that the ones that gave up were not supposed to be there. But as long as you keep pushing forward, it's going to happen for you. It's right there. The blossoms are about to explode. Keep going. So card number 1 was Northern Lights. Card number 2 was the Anchor. Card number 3 was logging. Card number four was Mackinac Bridge, and card number 5 was Cherries. And we pulled this all together. This is really one of those weeks that you're going, it's time for growth. It's time to make this happen. Where do I get over this last little mountain to go? Yes, here it is. Here it is. You've been wanting something. You've been pushing for something. You've been growing towards something. And it says that you just got to kind of pick in this growth, this project you've got going on, your feet are kind of sinking a little bit because you've kind of gotten stagnant. It's time for you to suck your feet out of the mud, at that inch that it was, and keep pushing forward. Why? Because the fruits of your labor are right there. They're right around the bend. And if you give up now, it's not going to happen for you. It's not going to produce. Trust that it's producing. Trust that the hard work is there. Trust that you have the foundation, that you've done it all right. And the pathway to being there is going to light in front of you, because those connections are going to show up. Connections are going to show up in ways you never thought it was. But trust it. It does feel like a little wavering, but you got this. Booyah. I like these cards. Very simple cards. Very easy to work with. If you are a beginner, these are the cards you yank and you go, yes. If you don't have time for a lot of thought, yes, these cards are it. These cards are the ones that go, let's do this. Let's make this happen. Let's go with it. And I love that. I love that. Okay. So yes, I would definitely recommend these cards as a 10 out of 10. Go get them, especially if you're a beginner. Or you just don't have time. Some cards come with, you need time. Look at that. Even the little thing goes back really nicely. Some cards say you need a little bit more time. You need a little bit more thought. But these ones are definitely, these are a grab and go, a grab and look at. I need a quick pick me up. Booyah, there they are type of thing. Oh, guys, by the way, new subject. Remember last week when I kept dropping my card opener and I kept going, I think I need another one. Guess what showed up? A dear friend sent me a second one, so that when I dropped the first one, I got the second one. And it came in this little, let me see if I can get back in its little holder. Oh, it did. It came in this beautiful little box. I love this. Everybody knows I love a good box. This is a good box. I love this. So the next cards that we have to open up, this will be being used. So I love it. Them all. Watch. I'm going to become a collector of openers too. I just want cards and openers, cards and openers. So I will take that though. I love that for me. I love that for me. So where am I at this week, guys? Where am I at? I'm in Alexandria, Minnesota this Saturday. Going back to Alexandria. I love I love everywhere I go. Let's put it this way. But Alexandria has a special place in my heart. They have just been wonderful and dear. I've had so many people drive to Alexandria to sit down and have readings with me. I repeat, I am not the gallery person. I am not doing a workshop this weekend. I am sitting at my table and I'm doing readings all day. So I encourage you to come in, say hi, give me a hug, give me some love, give me some squishes, okay? And sit down and have a reading. Why not? Why not just do it? We're there anyway. That's what I'm doing. There's no reason to say you miss me, because the only time I'm getting away from my table is when I run to the bathroom and run back, and I'm very quick. Now, if you want to see me in a gallery setting, if you want to go, but DeEtte, I really want to see the gallery, find me in Minnesota on Sunday. I will be in Minnesota on Sunday. Where? Give me a second. I want to give you the exact address of where I'm going to be at, because I want you to know. Let me see. It should be in the Edge magazine. Why? Because the Edge is part of the hosting of this. I just got to find it. I don't remember. And I know Kelly Wagner has posted in here the Edge Life event. Okay, it was there and gone because it was somebody's advertisement. So where is it at? I know it's Edge Real. It's a reawakening. I know it's a reawakening. Oh, where's it at? Heck if I know. Somebody put up there wherever it's at. Okay. Here we go. Maybe I gotta quiet that. It is Edge Life events, the Reawakening events at the Delta Hotels by Marriott, Minneapolis Northeast on Industrial Boulevard in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I will be there on Sunday, doing the 2-hour gallery. Don't ask me what time. I don't know yet. I will find out. It is called, if you are looking to go, oh my gosh, which gallery is it yet? Card opener needed. Bam, manifested. That's right, Lee. But it is a 2-hour event. It is 2 guys and a doll. I'm the doll. Eric and Bert are the 2 guys. Remember 2 guys and a doll? 2 guys and a doll coming together to do a 2-hour gallery. We did it last year and it rocked. We had so much fun, so many laughter, so many messages. It was insane. So come out and see me in Minneapolis at the Delta Hotel on Sunday for that gallery. Just look up Edge Life Reawakening event and you'll be able to find out what time the gallery is. I will find out later on this week because I'm not quite sure what time it's at. But there you go. Find me Saturday, Alexandria, Minnesota for readings all day. Sunday, Minneapolis, Minnesota for that 2-hour gallery. It's going to be tons and tons and tons of fun. Now, I am talking a little early for this. Next weekend, the weekend after, the 15th and 16th, I'm going back to Iowa. Finally, Traveler's Moon puts on a phenomenal event, and I'm in Cedar Falls, Minnesota for Saturday and Sunday, March 15th and 16th. I will give you more information on that next week, but for all my Iowa peeps, I'm coming back. I haven't been there for almost 2 years. I've worked with Kelly, and Chris, and they're bringing me back, and I'm so excited for that. So, booyah! 2 days, lots of readings, a gallery. That gallery is free, guys. I love it. It's the only place I give a free gallery to, but it's rockstar, awesome, amazing. So I love that. As always, my schedule is open for all of March, opening it up into April so that you guys can come in and book. I'm working on my store, my brick and mortar store over on the edge of Delavan, Wisconsin. Actually, it's closer to Lake Geneva than it is Delavan, where it's located at. I will be teaching classes, and I've already got 3 people lined up for the very first class I'll be teaching at my store. Probably not until April, mid-April. Lots to do yet. Lots. I was hoping for April 1st. It's probably going to be much further into the month, but making that happen. So there we go. Probably mid-April into May, getting that open, getting it rocking, getting classes started. So there we go, guys. There you go. I love it. 11 to 5. Look at my Rebecca, go to my website, DeEtte.us. It's up here on the screen, DeEtte.us. You can find everything about my readings. I offer half-hour readings and 1-hour readings. And you can see all about all my classes that I teach online and or in person. So there you go. There you go, guys. That has been me all morning here on the Edge Network with you. Talking all about spirit, making things aware, bringing enlightenment a little bit, and hopefully we brought each other a little bit closer together. Thank you, Lee. 10 to 5 as Saturday. Thank you, Lee. Hopefully we made a little bit more awareness. Hopefully the reading stuck with you guys this week, and hopefully next Monday we find you a little bit brighter, a little bit more aware, and a lot more love and fun. See you next Monday, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight. insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us.